I'm Thorn Dickinson. This show allows me to talk with Mainers working on the most important clean energy project to ever come to our state. We discuss how this project is providing jobs and other benefits today while creating clean energy for a better tomorrow. I'm excited to be on my way to Cornville, Maine today. I'm going to meet with Kurt Kinney. He not only is a supervisor on the transmission project, but he's also very excited about the broadband opportunities that this project will bring. Right now he has broadband service, but it's spotty at best, which really creates a challenge for his family in today's environment.
I grew up on this road actually, 5 houses down. We moved, when we got married, I moved to Madison, lived there for 10 years, and we've been here for 9. So, right here.
And what were the first steps for you into kind of the utility space?
Well, I went to KV Tech for the lineman program. And then from there, I went to work for utilities, and then eventually in the IBEW for 16 years, and just traveled. And that was I worked my way up from apprentice to a lineman to, foreman, and so on and so forth.
Now we're talking a little bit about some of the challenges that COVID has brought to your family. I mean, it's a gorgeous drive up to Maine to get up here, but it is, a little bit remote.
Well, a lot of the challenges, of course, internet. We're on the very end of consolidated. So a cloudy day, rainy day, snowy day, you're not getting on anything. YouTube, looking up something on Google for the kids, you're not going to get it. And if you do, it's going to take you a while.
What is the reason why those days? Is it because everybody's home and working from their house that puts extra stress on the bandwidth?
I think so, and that's something that makes sense to me. Because there's only so many people that live in Cornville, and it's not a big town. But I think it's the people being home, and I'm not sure if the weather does have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Interfering with the connection.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope this project, I think it's going to help.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as you know, I think some of the earliest conversations we had with the communities, this was the #1 thing they brought forward.
If there's something I want to do and it could be a little bit rainy or cloudy and I have the time, the internet may not cooperate with me, so that's kind of frustrating. Sometimes it will just load and spin forever, so it doesn't help me sometimes. So when I have a free minute and I want to do it, it's not where it needs to be.
It's a pain. Looking up anything try to look up anything you need to look up. It's awful. It takes forever. It'll sit there and spin and spin and spin forever. I mean, it could spin for 10 minutes if it wanted to. It's awful. You
guys also made a decision that homeschooling was a good option. Maybe, would you mind talking a little bit about that?
Yeah, so when COVID hit, sports were kind of going to be questionable, and if it was, they'd have to wear the mask. My son opted, he didn't want to have to do that. So he decided to homeschool. He's a sophomore. My daughter, she's 10. We opted to just do homeschooling for her as well. And we do she does a diary every day, what she did for the day. She still does physical education, whether it be with the horses or snowmobiling, snowshoeing, anything outside activity.
Let's go.
And the broadband aspect, I would imagine, under either scenarios, either if they're in school or their home, was that still something that is really required, or is it easier one versus the other?
Well, when they first started homeschooling, they had to do the Zoom.
Yep.
And being here, even with me, with work, with Teams, it would either drop it or say poor connectivity, and they couldn't hear me. So it was even difficult for them to do the remote learning at the end of last year. So it's been a struggle with the internet connection.
How important is either better broadband or new broadband for you and for your family?
Very important at this point, because we made the decision as a family to get some workhorses. And the plan with that is to do like a small business, sleigh rides. We want to do maple syrup. And my daughter does lemonade. So promoting that with better internet would be easier for us. As far as doing live videos, of the sleigh rides to post on a Facebook page or just a business page is going to be better, because right now we try to do a video, like she'll make some, and they take forever to upload, and half the time they'll pause. So it's going to help with my kids, my family, with me, to promote what we want to do. And that all ties into the homeschooling too, is it's a business and they got to learn, schedule, guidelines, how many people, it's all going to play a big role.
It was great catching up with Kurt and his family at their home in Cornville to learn about some of the challenges he's facing. Also what this project has meant for him, but also the broadband issue, which is a real major challenge for his community.